Hello, welcome to another live, and I'm sorry that I
didn't do one yesterday because I accidentally forgot to do the one that I usually don't do on Sunday, so I'm gonna make it up right now. And
the one that I was supposed to do
on Sunday was reading page
71, so I'm going to be reading page 71 today.
and
This is the Bible that I usually read.
so let's get started. They shall bring their offering, an offering made by fire to the Lord, and their sin offering before the Lord for their unintended sin. It shall be forgiven
The whole congregation of the children of Israel and the stranger who dwells among them.
because all the people did it unintentionally.
And if a person sins unintentionally, then he shall bring a female goat in its first year as a sin offering.
So the priest shall make atonement for
The person who sins unintentionally, and he sins unintentionally before the Lord to make atonement for him, it shall be forgiven him.
You shall have
one law for him who sins unintentionally, for him who is native born among the children of Israel, and for the stranger who dwells among them. But the person who does anything presumptuously, whether he is native born or a stranger, that one brings reproach on the Lord, and he shall be cut off from among his people, because he has despised the word of the Lord and has broken his commandment. That person shall be completely cut off. His guilt shall be upon him.
Now while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man gathering sticks on the Sabbath day, and those who found him gathering sticks brought
him to Moses and Aaron
and to all the congregation. They put him under guard because it had not been explained that
what should be done to him. Then the Lord said to Moses, the man must surely be put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones outside the camp. So as the Lord commanded Moses, all the congregation brought him outside the camp and stoned him with stones. Then he died.
Again the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, tell them to make tassels on the corners of their garments throughout the generations, and to put a blue thread of tassels in the corners. And you shall
have a tassel that you may look upon it and remember all
the commandments of the Lord and do them, and that you may not follow
the harlotry to which you own heart and your eyes are inclined, and that you may remember and do all my commandments and
be holy for your God. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God.
I am the Lord your God. Now Korah, the son of
Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, with Dathan and Abram,
the sons of
Eliab, and
the son of Peleth,
the sons of Reuben,
took men, and they rose up before Moses with some of the children of Israel, 250 leaders of the congregation, representatives of the congregation, men of renown. They gathered together against Moses and Aaron and said to them, You take too much upon yourselves. For all the congregation is holy, every one of them, and the Lord is among them. Why then do you exalt yourselves above the assembly of the Lord? So when Moses heard it, he fell on his face, and he spoke to Korah and all his company, saying, Tomorrow morning the Lord will show who is his and
who is holy, and will cause him to come near him, that one whom he chooses will come near.
That one whom he chooses he will cause to come near to him.
Do this. Take censers, Korah, and
all your company, put fire in them,
and put asins in them before the Lord tomorrow, and it shall be that man whom the Lord chooses
is the Holy One.
You take too much upon yourselves. You're sons of Levi.
Then Moses said to
Korah, hear now, your sons of Levi, is it a small thing to you that the God of Israel has separated you from the congregation of Israel to bring you near to himself, to do all the work of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to serve them, and that he has brought you near to himself, and you and all your brethren, the sons of Levi with you, and are you seeking the priesthood also? Therefore you and all your company are gathered together against the Lord, and what is Aaron that you complain against him?
And Moses sent to call Dathan
and
Abiram, the sons of
Eliab, but they said, we will not come up. It is a small thing that you brought us up out of a land flowing with milk and honey to kill us in the wilderness, that you should
keep acting like a prince over
us. Moreover, you have not brought us into a land flowing with milk and honey, nor given us inheritance of fields and vineyards. Will you put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up.
Then Moses was very angry
and said to the Lord, do not respect their offering. I have not taken one donkey from them, nor have I hurt one of them. And Moses said to Korah, tomorrow you and all your company be present before the Lord, you and they as well as Aaron. Let each take his censer and put asins in it, and each of you will bring his censer before the Lord, 250 censers,
both you and Aaron
each with his censer. So every man took his censer, put fire in it, laid asins on it, and stood at the door of the tabernacle meeting with Moses and Aaron, and Korah gathered all the congregation against them at the door of the tabernacle meeting.
Then the
glory of the Lord appeared to all the congregation.
And the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying,
separate yourselves from among this congregation,
that I may consume them in a
moment.
Then they fell on their faces
and said, O God, the God of the spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin and you be
angry with all the congregation?
So the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the congregation, saying, get away from the tents
of Korah, Dathan,
and
Abiram.
Then Moses rose and went to Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed him, and he spoke to the
congregation, saying, depart now from the tents of
these wicked men, touch nothing of theirs, lest you be consumed in all their sins. So they got away from around the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. And Dathan and Abiram came out and stood at the door of their tents with their wives, their sons, and their little
children.
And Moses said,
by this you shall know that the
Lord has sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of
my own will.
If these men die naturally like all men, or if they are visited by common fate of all men, then the Lord has not sent me. But if the Lord creates a new thing, and the earth opens its mouth and swallows them with all that belongs to them, and they go down alive into the pit. Then you will understand that these men have rejected the Lord. Now it came to pass, as he finished speaking all these words, that the ground split apart under them, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up with their households, and all the men with Korah with all their goods. So they and all those with them who went down alive into the pit, the earth closed over them, and they perished among the assembly. Then all Israel who were around them fled at their cry, for they said, "Lest the earth shall swallow us up also." And a fire came out from the Lord and consumed the 250 men who were offering incense. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Tell Eleazar the son of Aaron the priest to pick up the censers out of the blaze, for they are holy, and scatter a fire some distance away. The censers of these men who sinned against their own souls, let them be made into hammered plates as a covering for the altar, because they presented them before the Lord. Therefore they are holy, and they shall be a sign to the children of Israel." So Eleazar the priest took the bronze censers, which those who were burned up had presented, and they were hammered out as a covering on the altar to be a memorial to the children of Israel, that no outsider who is not a descendant of Aaron should come near to offer incense before the Lord, that he may not become like Korah and his companions, just as the Lord said to him through Moses. On the next day, all the congregation of the children of Israel complained against Moses and Aaron, saying, "You have killed the people of the Lord." Now it happened, when the congregation had gathered against Moses and Aaron, that they turned toward the tabernacle meeting, and suddenly the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord appeared. Then Moses and Aaron came before the tabernacle meeting. And that is all page 71 today. Next time, I'll be reading page 72. I hope everyone is having a good day, and goodbye.